Today we're talking about pretty men, and we're going to talk about Pinky Doll. Is it true she's getting $7,000 a day?
Take your Richard, take your Lexi. Ice cream so good. Yes, yes, yes. Tabasco, coconut, butterfly, beautiful. Oh, take your tree. You got me feeling like a queen, huh? Pop, amazing. Hey, hi, yes. You got me feeling like a cowgirl. Let me write this. Balloon with love. Wow, beautiful. Yes, popcorn, yes, popcorn, yes, popcorn.
Imagine if I listen what I hate, I gotta say. I never give a broke bitch any time of day. You ugly when you jealous, bitch. Look at that face. I'm hot right now when you're not, okay? You big mad, oh you big mad. Got a big bag, popping big tags. All white Rover, yeah, with that.
This is Star. Welcome to the channel. Let's get right to it. So you got men becoming financially free and dumping their wives. Roll it.
A lot of y'all gotta realize, if you got a wife and you know your wife look good, maybe not look as good as the options you have on the table, you gotta realize that your wife might be the best option on another nigga table.
Damn.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't paying my child support no more.
What? Oh,
Listen, you got yourself a rich man, okay?
And what does that have to do with you?
A lot, because
What
I
does
ain't
that
paying
have
no
to do
more.
with you?
I ain't got to
Explain
pay no more child
You
support.
so you that you to be on record saying that you don't pay.
You can put me on record. I don't
You
care.
be lying to your
Put it on
friends.
record.
You be lying.
See what
That's
the
your
average.
pride on Facebook
Listen,
about the black woman.
I ain't finna going back
No,
and forth.
no, tell us about
I'm
the black
done paying
woman.
the child support.
You're
you
not
got your
done.
man.
You're gonna
You're
find your
happily
ass in jail.
married,
Jealous.
so you're fine.
Jealous because I'm
So
you're a
nothing.
typical.
Thing I'm
You're
doing.
a typical.
That's it.
You're lucky
That's the only thing I'm doing.
You're lucky my husband's not here.
Working in the office trying to get some more money for you.
being a rich man.
Okay,
so no.
you good. You don't need no more money from me.
She said, what does me having a rich man have to do with you? Men don't like it when you break up and you find a better man. They don't like that. That pisses them off. That makes them bitter. And why would you be bitter about your ex finding a man that's about his business? He's not only taking care of your ex, but he's also taking care of your children. Put them in a new environment. Put them in a new schooling system that's 10 times better than where he or she was at. You need to congratulate that man. You need to shake that man's hand because he really don't have to do shit for your children. These men don't even recognize a blessing in front of them because they too caught up in their ego. If your significant other and you break up and she finds another provider male, you should applaud her. Would you rather her get with a man with absolutely no drive and he's also an abuser, so he's abusing her and the kids? Would you rather that? You better count your blessings. But men can't help it. They're selfish. Even when they don't want you and they see another man want you, they want to ruin your relationship. Which brings us to Future and Ciara, because in my opinion, Future is still mad at Ciara because she didn't beg for him to remain in a relationship with her. He expected her to act the same way his other baby mamas acted, which is begging him. But Ciara doesn't have to beg because she has options. She's not a random hood chick. She's a woman in the industry. It's a big difference. Ciara was raised in a 2-parent household, so what did she do? She went and found a man like her father. And the men are mad at her. Why are you mad? Because they like dysfunction. And Russell Wilson doesn't represent dysfunction. A lot of these men don't know how to act in a relationship. Hell, they don't know how to get into a relationship. All they know how to do is create kids, which is sad. And everybody's scared to tell these men the truth, especially these dating coaches. The dating coach is scared they're going to get their ass kicked by these men. So they keep telling them lies. These dating coaches can't tell the men get off your ass and start taking care of your kids because they scared the men going to find out where they live. One thing about men, they put way too much stock in the way a woman looks. Because as soon as they get some money, they're ready to trade in their girl. When actually, they're holding their woman back. Because there's other men out here that can really utilize your girl's secretarial skills. Yeah. These men take the wives for granted because they so caught up in wanting her to look like an Instagram model. And then you got people telling married couples how they should act in their own marriage. It's crazy. It's just like the surgeon that did a 13-hour shift and she came home and cooked for her husband and people were spazzing out. But that's the arrangement that her and her husband have. Who am I to tell her that's wrong? Not every marriage is the same, and that's what people don't understand. Everybody's not supposed to have the exact same marriage. What works for one couple may be a disaster for another couple. So chill out and let people live their lives. These men out here, they all want to have the same marriage. This isn't Stepford Wives, sweetie. This isn't a movie. This is real life. People are different. This is why men have to get back in their sons' lives, because these men are too female identified. They act more like women than men. I'm scared for these men because they're worried about hair, nails, and makeup. And it's really a waste of thought. That would be like me worried about the fact that some men think that washing the crack of their ass in the shower is gay. I just don't have time to sit back and think about shit like that. I just don't. The men today are very interesting. They're constantly crying. And for what? They try to shame women into dating them. I don't want to shame a man into dating me. That's pathetic, right? Listen, life is hard. And you gotta roll with the punches. No excuses. Well, we gotta keep this train moving. We're gonna move on to Pinky Dow because she's taking the internet by storm. Go ahead and put the picture on the screen, thank you. So remember earlier when I said Pinky Doll was making $7,000 a day? Well, I was wrong. So Pinky, go ahead and tell them how much you really make.
Per day, for real, per days I make 10K. Today I make 10K. I used to make 7K, but now I make 10K.
10K a day?
Wow, that's actually insane.
Pinky has taken the internet by storm. Not only has she captured the attention of internet celebrities, but also Hollywood celebrities. When I was first introduced to Pinky Doll, I thought it was genius. But people are upset with her because they say she's pretending to be 19 when she's really in her late 20s, and what she's doing is an actual kink for the elite. I guess that would explain all the gifts and the phone numbers in her lives. Pinky Doll gets up to 70,000 people in her lives. 70,000 people, that's a lot of people. Now, these rich men out here, they're going to do whatever they want to do with their money. They're going to find the baddest bitch, and he's going to happily pay her way through school. Or they're going to help her start her business. And can't no dating coach talk that man, that rich man, out of doing what he wants to do. If the average man had money, he would do the same thing that the rich man is doing. He would be taking his girl to Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Louboutin, Fendi, Prada, all of these high-end stores. But since he doesn't have it, he shames the rich man for spending. And is that fair? No, it's not fair, because that rich man, he really had to sacrifice to get that money. He had to put in the work. Just like everybody else has to put in the work. There are no freebies in this life. Even if you're a beautiful woman, at some point you're going to have to pay. Pinky Doll is smart. She's getting to the bag. She understands this isn't going to last forever. Right now, this is a trend. And at some point, it's going to stop. And then another woman's going to come along. Then another, and another. The industry has taken a liking to Pinky Doll because she created her own lane. She is a trendsetter right now. And she figured out a way to make big money and get sponsorships. Many TikTok creators have followed in the footsteps of Pinky Doll, including the men. And they're having a whole lot of fun doing it. I know I saw a group of guys do a panel on TikTok stating that it was unfair that women like Pinky Doll can capitalize off their looks. And I thought that was interesting because there are men on TikTok, very attractive men, that sit in front of a camera with their shirt off and women give them gifts. So it goes both ways. Once upon a time, I was working at this one company and it was a sprinkle of black people. And I'm talking a sprinkle. And out of all the black men, it was one black man that stood out because he was very attractive. He was well over 6 feet tall. He was intelligent and super friendly. The women loved this man. Anytime he came walking into the boardroom, women were running up to him and had to get in line to give him a hug. Yeah, it was that serious to them. Whenever the boss was busy, He would be the one to step forward and take his place. Whenever a new project was introduced, he would be the one to sit down with everyone and explain the whole process. And guess what? The other black men did not like it, and you can see it by the looks on their faces, because black men, they too understand privilege when it comes to men with looks and height. Good looking men are high maintenance just like women. They have their hair routine, their skincare regimen, they hit in the gym several times a week, and they're not afraid to hit the spa and get some spa treatments. You ever seen a pretty boy's closet? Yes, just like women, it's packed full of shit. He wanna look good too. When dating a pretty boy, you most definitely will be fighting for the mirror. That's the price you gotta pay if you're putting looks first when searching for a man. Most women don't put looks first unless you're in high school or college. Now men, they put looks and body first. Always. They're very shallow. I have a relative that attended a great school. She got all these fancy degrees, but she's complaining about dating. And she says, I got all these degrees and dating is so hard. And I had to tell her, nobody gives a shit about your 5 degrees and the fact that you're a doctor. They're more interested if you got 8-pack abs. A man would choose a woman with absolutely no education. Even if she's working at McDonald's, shaking fries and flipping burgers. As long as her ass is looking right in those pants, it's on. Don't get mad at me, get mad at the game. I've always loved being outdoors and being healthy and staying in shape, because health is wealth. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. You can have all the money in the world, but if you can't get out the damn bed, what's the point? A lot of successful women don't want to believe that men are super shallow, but they are. They don't want to believe that a man is more concerned about you having a gym membership than a degree. They don't want to believe that, but it's the truth. Even if the man looks like shit, he still wants you to have a gym membership. At the end of the day, it's about your health. And in the black community, we suffer from a lot of ailments, and you want to do everything you can to prevent that. And that includes going to the gym, eating healthy, drinking water. It's very important because nobody wants to be in and out of the hospital as they get older. That's no fun. Everybody needs to be on top of their health, especially the men, because they don't go to the doctor. You got to force men to go to the doctor. These men wait until they're extremely sick to go to the ER. If I sneeze wrong, I'm going to the doctor, and they always say the same thing after they test me. It's nothing wrong with you, get out of here. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. But in the black community, we must stay on top of our health. Health is wealth. I'm Star. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Good night.